And so there's some cervicals. Now I only have a plastic replica to show of an L5. I'll do that momentarily. Before I do that, however, see now this is L1. This has got the shortest transverse processes. You see, and then you can compare that with. It's necessary to actually make a comparison. You see, that's longer. Notice how that it's shorter on one side than the other side. The asymmetry goes with scoliosis.
They look exactly the same.
You don't see that this is a little longer than that one. I mean, it's not a big difference.
So which one is L?
But this is definitely shorter than that one. You see that? This is definitely shorter than this one.
So which one's L1, you said? That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Oh, goddamn.
for a particular reason, this is L4. And then I don't have L5 to show right now. As you get down to L4, the proximal end of the process widens so that it's attached to more of the pedicle. And in L5, it has widened so much that it's also attached to the body as well. Okay, so now let's just look at this, see where it is. So I have that out already now. Let's see where this is. Okay, here it is. Now, this is another one that you have to know individual. And this one will have to be discussed. But before, I said something about this, but before I discuss it, prior to the discussion, this is tricky. But just for the exercise, give it your best shot, and then I'll talk about it. You may not be able to get this one prior to the discussion. Now, let me show it this way first, then I'll point out a feature which I already mentioned, which is shown on one of the drawings in the handout. However, when I showed that drawing, I said that the artist could have done a better job. So, okay, now take a look at this. This is relevant right over there. Now, don't turn off brains yet. Keep paying attention to this. Can you see from where you are? Oh, that's remarkable. So if I was sitting over there, I would have to have a periscope to see. I would need a periscope. That's relevant. Okay, so which one is this? It's T12. Now, one thing that says that, which we mentioned last time, is that you see that's a full costal facet, almost entirely on the side of the pedicle, whereas the demifacets and the full facet on the upper part of T1 are on the side of the body. So that the fact that the facet is either entirely or almost entirely on the side of the pedicle, that's all of this, is exclusive to T12. Okay.
Where is that exactly?
That is this. This
Oh, okay.
is it. This is it. That.
That.
is a full costal facet. You see that? The head of a rib articulated with that. That's a full costal facet. See that right over there? Okay, that's a full costal facet.
Crazy.
Okay. Now, there's
Amazing
some
how
other
the human body
interesting
works.
things here. Notice that it's substantially lumbarized. It's moving toward the lumbar condition. You see the change in the proportions of the body of the foramen. Also, the spinous process has squared off. It's really a lumbar-style spinous process. Now, this is an interesting thing to see. Let's take a look at this. Intermediate thoracic vertebrae. You see these articular facets? They're flat. See these flat articular facets? And they point slightly craniolaterally, dorsolaterally. See that? The flat is pointing slightly dorsolaterally. You see that? That's a thoracic style superior articular facets.
Do we have to say thoracic style on a test?
Well, there's so many other things you could mention that you wouldn't have to
Okay.
go to that. But
All right.
this is an interesting thing to know about. I might ask about this relationship, though. Now, look at this. Look at this lumbar. See, there are the superior facets. They're concave. You see that? They're concave. And then the inferior facets are convex, slightly convex. See, there's the superior facets. You see they're concave, right here. They're concave. See that? And then there's the inferior facets. They're almost convex. And that's because of this. At the lumbar level, this is L1. Let's go to this. See, the superior facets of one lumbar vertebra clasp the